Hi guys, this is Sarah and this is my first online presentation to teach you how to use LinkedIn. So I'm happy to have Jenny and Philippe with me to share my experience as an entrepreneur for like 7 years. I built a different relationship through LinkedIn, and that helped me to get some clients. And then when I started to live in Canada, to find my first job. So if you have any question during this presentation, do not hesitate to interrupt or ask anytime. Okay, Philippe, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, nice. And Jenny, okay? Okay, sounds good. So I'm going to start with this presentation, and I hope it will be very useful for you and concrete. So let's do it. So can you see the screen? Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you, but Philippe, no.
I can't see it.
Yeah,
Can you
yes,
just
I
see
know,
me
but
with-
I know why. I know why, because I have to share the screen. So screen sharing,
Yeah, the screen,
it has to,
yeah.
it will be better. Okay, share it. Do you see the screen?
I see me.
Yeah, you see you.
I see the screen, yeah.
And then you should see me now with a presentation. Yes?
Yeah, LinkedIn hacks and tips. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Really cool. Thank you. So to start, I'm gonna tell you a bit of myself. The question is who I am and why I do things and why I am here today in Basco. So just to tell you, I am entrepreneur. I started my first business 10 years ago. I had no idea about how to make business. I just had an innovative approach about one kit I wanted to sell for women to prevent STDs. And I had no budget. I had no money. I decided at this time to quit my job without any money to pay the next month of my rent. And so I did the job and I tried to figure out how to make business. And I created Easy Night. And then after that, I decided to leave France to go to Canada. And I went to Vancouver and I didn't speak English at all because in France, they don't teach you very well English. So I was confused and I didn't know how to start to get my first job. So I met some people and these people started to tell me, Sarah, you should go on LinkedIn. And at this time I was on Viadeo, which is a professional online platform to connect professionals. It's French and no one was knowing Viadeo in Vancouver. So they recommend me to go on LinkedIn, and I say, oh, another tool, another social platform, and I didn't want to make it. So finally, I didn't have a choice, and I started to create my profile and ask people to connect with me and invite them to have a coffee, because at this time I wanted to be a producer of advertising. And I had no experience, so I knocked to the doors using LinkedIn, and I got first job like that. And so I discovered the power of LinkedIn, because you don't need to know anyone. You just need to start showing who you are and what you want to offer. So I am now in Basco. I decided to become a digital nomad and a total digital entrepreneur, being happy, make my happiness a priority, and making sure I have a good balance between my life and my professional life, so which is important to me. I do love photography and animals and motorcycling, and I plan to do a road trip with Ziad from here to Beirut soon. So let's start with who you are, why you are here, and what you are expecting today. So Philippe, if you want to start.
I can start. Yeah, I'm just like on the door to my house here, to my apartment, but no problem. Wait, just have to find a key. Yeah.
No worries.
So I'm in this location independent entrepreneur kind of direction since 3 years. I was before a controller, office controller, and decided to don't spend my whole life in an office working.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to switch my expertise from office controlling, which is the numbers, finance numbers, yearly reports from the book accounting. And controlling is actually a bit higher as accounting because we're using the numbers from the financial in the company and also from the processes, like delivery time, and depends on the kind of company we are. You have to just crunch the numbers and try to optimize them. So I decided 3 years ago, what can I do online? How to like switch this expertise in something which is also online. And I found then Google Analytics and Web Analytics was my choice as skill, so I can transform it from the
So we have a bad network. It's normal. Okay. So that's a problem digital nomad has. Okay, we missed a part. Sorry, it cut a bit. So can you repeat the last words? 4, 5, maybe. So you are now a digital nomad, that's correct? And you do your business online?
Marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm a location independent kind of thing, and freelancer, and working for like a digital agency, doing now Facebook ads, online marketing related stuff, creating websites, and worked out. 2 years later, I'm pretty happy living in Bansko now. Just bought an apartment, and that's a kind of my journey.
Okay, and what are you expecting from this workshop today?
I'm just want to know how to use LinkedIn also to provide more value for our clients or for myself as freelancer, to find probably some clients which are interested in the stuff I'm offering, or just that we can also, if you get clients which are a bit more, or we see there's more potential in LinkedIn, so we can offer and say, hey, we can check out LinkedIn for you, and finding there some clients as well.
Okay. So
this is the main reason.
Thank you. And what kind of client do you have? So
we have now clients like consultants, e-commerce websites, shops, more like consultants, people which are searching for new leads or new coaches and consultants.
Okay, and where they are based? In Europe, US?
It's more the German speaking crowd, like Germany, Austria, Swiss. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for sharing. And we have Jenny with us. So Jenny, if you wanna talk a bit about you and what you are expecting, who you are.
Okay, hi. I have a background in photojournalistic work, and until now, or before leaving my country, I also had a day job for 2 days per week, which gave me a lot of freedom, and which gave me also the comfort of never having to look for clients. My freelance work grew organically. In the beginning, I did some cold calls and calls, but never anything online. And I'm a little bit lazy, relaxing on this organically grown network I have. But now, as I have quit my day job, so I kind of want to replace those 2 days, and not doing anything in terms of marketing is not really enough long term. So, and for me, LinkedIn, that sounds great, but I mean, I'm interested in different, or I'm seeing different options for me, how to, what type of clients I want to attract, or in what fields I want to attract clients. And I'm a little bit confused of how specific I should be, or how to, I mean, I can't speak to everybody, so I'm a little bit, yeah, I would definitely like to learn about that.
Great, thank you. And what are you expecting from this workshop today?
Yeah, to feel more ready to really get started, to take the leap, and jump off the cliff, and yeah, and find my first client anytime soon.
Okay, great. So we're gonna help you. Nice. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so next slide. So first, because you were talking about my question is
imagine
who you
you're
are,
driving in a car and you look at your right side window.
I'm gonna share with you this video. It's about Seth Godin is an expert in US on marketing, and in this video he explained how to be different, because previously we have seen this content with a picture of a white cause, and on LinkedIn, everyone has something to sell. Everyone has knowledge and a personality and something to bring on the table, but we don't know clearly what's the value from the different people and why we should contact them. So if we play the same rules, if everyone is playing the same rules and looks similar, we are not able to make a difference, and we are not seen. So I invite you to watch this video with me, and then we will comment it. It's okay? Philippe, you okay? Yeah, okay.
Imagine you're driving in a car and you look at your right side window and you see cows. Are you going to say, wow, cows? No, most likely you're going to ignore them as they are invisible. But what if you see a purple cow? Yes, I mean it, a purple cow. I bet that you will stop your car, take out your phone, and go to the cow, and you will take selfie with it, and you will update your Instagram and Facebook, and you will tell all of your friends about it. Why? Among all of the brown cows, a purple cow shines because it's different. It's remarkable. Remarkable is more.
We're gonna stop here. If you want to look at watch it again. I'm gonna provide you the link. But the idea with LinkedIn and what I learned for the last 7 years and is how I make a difference and how people can notice me and how they can contact me and what kind of value I can bring on the table. So what do you think about that? So how do you market yourself to make you different? Because you have a lot of competition. So this is my question. Philippe?
Yeah, so how do we market ourselves to move forward? What's our USP compared to other, which are often the same thing?
I don't hear you properly. Sorry.
No better?
Yes, it's better. Thank you.
So you want to hear how we differ our.
How do you make a difference, and how people choose you, and how you are remarkable regarding what you are making? How do you market yourself?
So explaining my expertise and help solve problems in the analytics way. So like
But how people make the difference with other people?
It depends. It's more like the people which want to solve an issue, they can solve an issue, so I contact them. Yeah, like the difference that I can solve problems and people didn't have found someone else yet. So.
Okay, but when people don't know you, how they can identify clearly who you are and what you can bring on the table quickly as possible, especially on internet or on Facebook, for example.
Yeah, I can help them increase their data so they get more insight out of their users or website visitors. Or I can also generate leads or bring more traffic to a website through
Okay, but people don't see that first when they see your face, no?
Oh no, absolutely.
Okay.
No. I'm also like so I can guide them and I can explain digital marketing strategy in this kind of way. Makes sense for a bit.
Okay, and what about you, Jenny?
Yeah, we're straight down to the problem. I mean, I'm really good at when I meet somebody in person, I can convince them. That is not a thing for me. I'm good in traditional ways. I'm really good at writing CVs, and I get interviews. For me, it's easy to get an interview and to make a good impression on an interview. And if I make a cold call and if ever they invite me, I can make a good impression and I can tell them how I can help them and how I can be very professional in what I'm doing. But the very problem is if we don't know each other and if they are not inviting me, I mean, this is exactly the point.
Okay, thank you. So next, okay, why? Okay, so just to keep going in this direction regarding LinkedIn. So why I went on LinkedIn, and it was because I needed to find a job first when I arrived in Vancouver. Then when I decided to start my consulting business, I had no network at all, and I had no experience, no diploma, no recognition, no referrals. And the only thing I did was to change my tagline on LinkedIn. And I clearly said I help startup to go to the Canadian market. That's it. And from that, some lawyers, one is based in New York, he contacted me and he said, "Oh, what do you do? Looks interesting. I would love to collaborate with you." And what we did together, we have created content we promoted on LinkedIn. And this way I got kind of recognition because I was able to provide relevant information, useful information for my audience. And I started to get some leads like that. Just by only sharing great content I created with a lawyer. So it was a lot of work. But finally, I got his trust, and then he recommended me to his client as well. So because of this collaboration, I found my first client as consultant. Then when I started my business, it was between France and Canada. And I don't have the ability to connect every single day with every people I know. So LinkedIn helped me to keep in touch with the people and let people know about what I was doing and where I was at this time. So people follow me because they know I'm French entrepreneur. I used to live in Canada, and for French, it sounds sexy, you know, a French girl leaving France to go to Canada, learning entrepreneurship there, able to learn English, to create a new network from zero. It sounds exciting for people, so they followed me for that as well. And then I used to be a salesperson, and I never liked at all giving some call. So I'm not shy, but I don't like the phone. And because I used to be receptionist and personal assistant, and I had to receive many calls from different salesperson, and I didn't like their way to approach my boss. So I never liked cold calls. So LinkedIn for me was very useful for that. Then I didn't have any professional network, so how to start? I don't have parents able to recommend me to their best friend in big company. I had no diploma, so many of my friends don't understand what I am doing, so they are not able to help me to find clients. So I was frustrated at this time, and I said, okay, let's try to build my own professional network, and I did that. Then I also use LinkedIn for creating content. Because when you start a business, you want to create your website, you want to have credibility, you want to be on Google, etc. You want to have to let people know about your product, okay? And you, for example, if you are not a developer or a webmaster, etc., what you can do is to go on Wix and you buy a template and you create your own website. But the thing is, then you need traffic, and when you don't have this traffic, you have to create content for SEO. And when you don't have the money or the time, you can be quickly frustrated. So I focused at developing my audience on LinkedIn to direct traffic to my website and let people know about my product or my solution. It's okay for you, Philippe? Do you have some question?
No, absolutely understand it.
Okay. And Jenny, you have some question?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Thank you. So what kind of result I got? So just, it's simple, job. I got clients. I got network, friends, because I contacted some people for professional purpose, and we met in real life and we became friends. So it's nice because it was not expected at all. And I got audience because I write a lot, and it's frustrating, you know. So you publish a blog and you don't see anyone reading it. So with LinkedIn, you can have as quickly as possible this audience, because if you have already a community of people following you or connected with you, you ensure visibility to your content. And yes, so there is this image, hello, people are afraid to communicate on LinkedIn and say, oh, maybe I should be very strategic, maybe it's super complicated, etc. But everything starts with a simple hello. This is the same thing in real life and on the digital. So don't be afraid at saying hello and ask information or question to people. So I got results. It took a lot of work. So first, one thing I discovered in Canada, it was the principle of giving before receiving. In Canada, when I was in Vancouver, when I was looking for a job, people they want you to have a first experience as volunteer, to show how you are committed to the community, how you want to get what you want. So behind this idea, there is you need quality social interaction to show you have something to bring on the table, and you can create value with even if people don't pay you quickly, so it's just one way to show you have a brain, you are able to interact properly with people, that you are committed, and you are able to take commitments. And so I practice that as well on LinkedIn. So I wrote 100 articles, and every time I was sharing tips and my experience as entrepreneur, like that I can connect with people and tell what I learned, what I can recommend to them, etc., etc. So because of that, now I have 2,000 followers on LinkedIn. And recently I changed my tagline to tell people I focus only at helping developer and product owner of app or software to launch their products. And because of that, from like a week now, I have one lead every single day, just because I changed the the tagline,
Cool.
because one thing we have to keep in mind regarding LinkedIn, it can be used like a browser. So sometimes when you search for information, you go on Google and you type keywords, but people do the same thing on LinkedIn when they're looking for someone who is specialized in something necessary for their business. So more you are specific, and it's better for to get more chance to be identified by people. So when I say gave before receiving, it's also one way to practice sending message to tell people thank you for adding me. So I see you do that. So take the time to look at their profile and let them know you are interested in their topic, and offer them to have a coffee, even if it's virtual. And I do that on a regular basis. Just I'm gonna tell you a tip now. 3 days ago, I was searching for information for my client on LinkedIn, and I discovered a feature, and this feature can help you to create events. So you can invite your professional network for an event. It's like Eventbrite, but simpler and free. And I did that for a LinkedIn workshop for Francophone, and I got 32 response. So 32 people register for this event, which is good because it's a part of my funnel, sales funnel. So I give free workshop. Okay, I invite people to interact with me with a qualitative approach, and I invite them to connect with other people, because the other people who will join us for this workshop have things in common, or maybe common interest. So I put them together, and they have quality interaction and they learn something. So using this feature can be useful for your business as well. What I did as well, I don't like do the same thing every day. Because I'm creative and I need to be inspired, and I need to think more than I act sometimes. So I heard phantoms. So they are not real phantoms, but I think you will like this, Philippe. Yeah, I invite you. Can you connect on Google? Do you have access to Google now?
I'm right now on my phone. I can check. Yeah.
Okay. So if you go, I'm going to show you. There is a company called Phantom Buster.
Can you send it?
Yeah, take your time. But you might see what I have on my screen as well.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm not on my computer, I'm just on my phone.
Okay, no worries. I can provide you later if you want all the information. But just to let you know, Phantom Buster can help you to scrap LinkedIn profile and then send automatic message to invite people to connect with you.
Phantom booster.
Phantom Buster, yeah.
You'll check those.
Okay. So yes, I don't have the time because I have a life and I have to take care of my client as well. So I cannot spend all my life on LinkedIn. So we will go back to this slide. So where is it? So yeah, so phantoms helped me a lot. I learned, I discovered Phantom Buster because like 4 years ago, I was doing research in startup ecosystem, and I met growth hackers, and they recommended me to use Phantom Buster. So I'm thankful to them because they gave me a useful tool I'm happy to use on daily basis. So the thing is, phantoms are good, but humans are better. So yes, use phantoms to process things you need to do on a regular basis, but keep in mind you need to have a quality relationship with people and create value for them. It's not only about sending information or an invitation and not following up with them or interact properly with them. So it's really important. And then there is another thing I recommend you is to be strategic. Because I made a few mistakes, so I learned. But at the beginning, I was focused on my need, so get a job or find my first client. So because I was afraid not having a job or client, I invited so many people, too much, and then I use my my personal profile to promote the product or the solution of my clients. So I grew my network, which is good. But people after that, they were a bit confused because they didn't know what I was doing. And I grow fast, okay, it's good. But what I recommend, if you have to use LinkedIn to promote solution for your client, ask your client to get access to his own profile is better. And then when I say strategic is you need to have a clear goal of what you want to achieve and why, and how you will manage this new connection. Because let's imagine you had 100 new people. If you want to have a good relationship with them, you have to say hi, ask a question, etc. So it takes a bit of job, and it's like in real life, you cannot have 100 friends you invite every day for dinner. So. Okay, so this is my formula to success, for success: love, commitment, strategy, and goal. And you need this for words to keep in mind. It's important to love what you do, to take care of what you are promoting and the way you promote things on LinkedIn, to commit, because even if you give free things, people consider their time is important. So you have to show commitment. Strategy, yes, because time won't. Okay, you can have a lot of money, which is good, okay, but you won't, when you invest time, no one will give you back this time. So focus at doing proper strategy to save your time. And goal, have a clear goal of what you want to achieve and why, especially because when you decide to start a new business or you need clients. Okay, you can have this client as quickly as possible, but it's important to keep in mind what kind of clients you want to have. So it's important to spend sometimes at reading the summary of people on the profile, because it gives you a bit of overview of what they are doing, how they like to talk about themselves, if they are easy to manage or to interact, etc. If they are, I don't know, egocentric or something like that. So yes, it's important because it gives you valuable information to evaluate if it's interesting for you to start this relationship. Then, so are you ready to blow your mind?
Sure.
So it's English or not? It's correct? Yeah? No? I put no.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Among us.
Okay.
Non-English natives watching.
Okay, me too, but English is cool. Okay. Will you be... attends, comment on dit en anglais? Will you be amazed, Philippe? No.
Huh?
Would you be amazed? No? Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you. So I don't see your face, so I imagine. Okay, thank you. So, okay. So when you do strategy, you did KPIs. Okay. And what KPIs matter? The question is, okay, you can focus on numbers, but I don't recommend that. I invite you to focus on human, and you have to be human-centric. So my own KPIs are based on new friends I make, okay, and what kind of friends want to stick with me, because again, I love to have old friends, okay, which is good because they can inspire you, they have experience, etc. But on day-to-day, if I try to teach certain people how to use, for example, beautiful AI or LinkedIn or Facebook, it will be a bit trickier to me to teach that to some people who never use social media platform, etc. So yes, your metrics have to be very qualitative. Then I'm talking about money because what you do is to generate business. So you have, every time you spend some time on LinkedIn, you have to consider how you will be able to generate revenue. And then how you make a difference and how people trust you. So for example, when I have many people liking my post, I'm happy because this gives me visibility on their own audience, which is good. It is one way to hack their audience. People trust me because they are able to refer me for projects. So even if I never spoke with these people, they saw a post of me, for example, in Bansko doing this or that, and they heard I used to live in Canada, or they heard I was involved in female entrepreneurship or investment ecosystem. So they are putting information in their brain, and they say, okay, let's they think of me and they recommend me. So, which is good to me. Okay, but if I have this kind of result, is because I don't follow any rules. I do things according my time, my energy, and my desire to provide quality content and invite people to think and attract the people I really want to have in my network. So don't limitate yourself if you want to attract people having passion for tennis or golf or photography, etc., etc., focus at making a difference in your post, which has to reflect your personality and your passion. So even if some people could say, it's not professional, it's not corporate, but we don't care. We are human first, and corporation are what's the name? It's traditional, and they have based their business on from the industrial revolution. So play the game you want to play according your rules and do whatever you like and show it. So this image is illustrating, yes, you can contact people using LinkedIn, but you have to meet them in real life and provide an experience which has to be qualitative. Even if it's a video conference, it's okay. But people need to know you are human and you take the time to create value for them by connecting deeply. So here are the 10 hacks to get noticed and increase your LinkedIn network for peanuts. So you don't need to invest money. I won't recommend you now to use Sales Navigator. I tried to use it, but it was more complicated to me to manage, and it cost like $100 US per month. So yeah. So you can increase your network for free, but you have to spend a bit of time. So first, be authentic, because when people look fake or not aligned, people see that. So if you are a zebra, don't try to be a frog, or the opposite. So we can inverse, but yeah. So I consider I am a pink flamingo. It's okay, and I'm fine with that. And if people are okay like that and love flamingos, it's okay. And if you are a frog and you want to attract other frogs, yes, do it. But just be proud of that. Then be clear about how you help people, because everyone is a CEO. Good. Okay. I am CEO at $0 every month. I travel the world. Okay. But yes, I'm CEO, but it doesn't mean anything today. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Everyone wants to be a CEO. Everyone wants to be a unicorn. It doesn't make sense. So the most important is people has to understand how you can fix their problem. So take the time to write down what kind of value you create or already create for your client and how people can connect with you. So it's important because it makes you accessible. Because if your image is, I'm a super expert and I live in Moscow and, like me, or people think you are not accessible. So I don't know, because Bulgaria is far away from France, etc. But by focusing at what I can do to help people connect with me, and they don't care about the city where I am living. They don't care about my story, so they just see, Sarah can help me. That's it. And this is what you do. You have to show on your profile. And so it's okay. So this is, that's all for this slide. A question, Philippe?
A question, no, thank you.
Okay, good. Yes, so, okay, next. So automate. So I show Phantom Buster. So you have many APIs you can use to increase your network. I use that for one of my clients now. And what I did is I scrapped profile on LinkedIn of music teacher. And then I wrote a small message to invite this music teacher to connect with my client. And because of that, we got like 10 leads in less than 24 hours from people wanting to try his app, which is good. Because we are launching the beta test and we need to get something feedback, etc. So by doing that I saved money for my client, I save my time, and I focus on result and at improving the process of sending different message, trying different approach, etc. So I recommend Phantom Buster to save money and time. A question?
No, thank you.
Okay, good. So yes, it's another hack, Interact, because our okay, we have created our profile on LinkedIn. Okay, we are scrolling down on our mobile app. Okay, we see people posting things. Okay, we see comment, like, etc. But it doesn't create value, so you have numbers of view, numbers of like, which is good for you. It's good for your ego, but we have to interact with people. So when you see someone who has liked something, go to say hi and to say thank you, or leave a comment below, because it gives you more visibility. For example, if you like something, we will see only your face. Okay. But if you put a comment here, we will see your face plus your name and when you are based. I think so. So people can see your title. And people see the comment, so it's better to get more visible. Okay, use hashtag. So if you are on LinkedIn now and if you want to try it, you can go on your. Do you have a mobile version of LinkedIn, Philippe?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I invite you when you will have the time to download the app. Then what you can do with hashtag is to follow a specific conversation for your industry, for example. So you told me you have a client in Germany. That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And your client, what do they sell, for example? E-commerce?
Coaching, management, organization, coaching for also create a startup and validate your product.
Okay. So what you can do on a regular basis to create value for your client is to enter the hashtag coaching for leadership coaching, for example. Okay, Germany. And from that, you will see content on this topic. Okay. And what you can do is to follow the hashtag. And like that, LinkedIn push this content to your discussion. What's the name? The feed. Feed. Okay, feed. Yeah. So, and once you see a content which is relevant for one of your clients, you can mention your client, or you can share this content through LinkedIn with a personalized message.
Yeah, got it.
And then you can choose to use your the hashtag to create content according the numbers of followers per hashtag. For example, on startup, the hashtag startup, maybe there is 100,000 followers. So 100,000 people are searching for content regarding startup. So there is more chance they see your content, because if you put this hashtag, people will get notified.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Then yes, make a difference because you see the eggs. So if you are a white egg, there is more chance to get noticed. Create unique content. So I don't recommend poor content like I go on Google and there is this article about this or this industry, etc. And all you do finally is to copy and paste. And okay, so it depends on the quality of the information, but I recommend to create unique content because it's your brain, it's your personality, it's your experience. So you have to show that to your potential clients. And even if you don't need to, even if you are not a good writer, you are not comfortable, you can put a bit of information in a small post with a nice picture, and let people know about what you think, or invite people to respond to a poll. Poll, that's correct. Poll. No. When you ask people, okay, for example, a survey, and
yeah.
you can share that and get some information from people like that, and know what they are expecting, if they have specific question, etc. And people generally love when they ask for their opinion. So it's one way to connect and create relationship. And then when I say create unique content, you can as well use video, create your own video. There are many tools online for free. You can make to edit video easily with big titles and insert infographic, etc. So I can provide you a bit of this list of tools if you are interested. Then you can also create your own article. You can post on LinkedIn. If you write an article on LinkedIn, I recommend you to put a sample of this article on your feed as well, to invite people to read your article. So support your people. We are human, and I know. And the thing is, we tend to be egocentric and focus on ourselves. And when we go to different social media platform as Facebook, we tend to talk about us, what we are doing. We tend just to be happy having X views or X likes, okay, which is good, but we don't create value for others when we do that. So what I recommend is to talk about what your friends are doing, giving visibility to a partner or client, etc., to provide them more audience. And when you create value for other people, you create value. The result is you create value for you as well. So keep in mind that it's important. And the way you can do it as well is to mention a group of people you like to follow, or a group of people who inspire you, or promote an article you have seen on LinkedIn and mention this person. That's one way as well to recognize the value of the other people, and as well to hack the audience of this person, because the audience of this person will get noticed. You have shared their content. So it is one way to grow your audience as well. Okay, be grateful. It's important because when you go to your LinkedIn profile and you see you got 1,000 views, which is good. You say, "Oh, I'm happy. It's good. I'm gonna have a good day," but you have to take action. So first, take a look at who liked your post, and send a private message to thank you them. And I think it will be very appreciated. Then if you see kind of synergy, you can invite this person to start a conversation with you regarding the topic. One thing I did to promote one of my business a year ago, I identified female founders on LinkedIn, and I send a message to them to invite them to respond to a survey where they were able to share their experience on about getting funded by investors. And they shared their story. So what I did, I collected all the answers, and then I post that on my blog, and I invite them to share with their audience. And then what I did is I shared this blog with all the name of the women, and there were about 10. And I got more visibility. And a week after, I got leads because I crossed. I cross promoted the content, and it provided me more visibility, and people were able to match in their brain. Sarah was helping women on investment topic. That's it. Just because of that. Okay, be strategic. Okay, your time is more. I noticed a mistake, but it's okay. Your time is more important than money. So it's important to define your strategy. And I messed up totally several times, like sending a lot of invitation and not following after, using not having a clear idea of what kind of client I wanted. So I send many invitations, hoping some people will figure out what I was doing, and and yeah. So just being strategic means as well taking the time to think about the scenario you want to deliver for yourself and to your audience. So it's really important, because it costs, after all, it can cost your reputation and money. So on long term, and it's important to consider that. Then create templates, because I recommend to do that, because you say, okay, this is the kind of client I want for next week. Okay. But you send invitation using Phantom Buster, for example. You are happy about that because it works. Okay, but what is happening after? And if you prepare your template in advance, all you will need to do is a bit of copy and paste and personalization, but you will do the job quickly. But if you don't do that, you will overthink, and you will say, oh, maybe I'll see that in a week or 2 weeks, etc. And finally, the time goes down, and you don't have you didn't take the time to respond properly and connect with the person. So if you can create your template before you start to implement your strategy, I think it's better, and you can save time and your energy. And I say that because we human love to procrastinate. So if you prepare to succeed by preparing things, I think it's better. And then the last one, it's be an artist. You are unique, and show to the world how you are unique, because you can use a different tool to create amazing content using Canva, etc. But what is the message? Why people how people will react to your content? It's about first who you are and what kind of image people can get about you. So it's about perception. So don't try to be the same person as the other, because you need to show how you are unique, and yes, no limit, be creative. So that's it. And to conclude, so thank you. Some question?
Is there a limit on LinkedIn? Because reaching out to people, you have the possibility to write a blog post and hashtag them to reach out to people.
Yeah.
And you can message directly. Or is there something else? It's like more indirect, it's direct. Something else. So because I'm not so into LinkedIn, I'm just not using it because, I say I have not what to do. But the most best thing to reach out to people would be, I think, direct messaging and polish your profile, like being sharp on your profile, your main site or focus site you want to get. And what like the quick tips to just polish your LinkedIn and reach out fast.
Okay, sorry, but I am okay. So I didn't hear properly. So can you repeat? So do you have a specific question, or it's just a comment? Just a comment.
I will formulate it in one question, very easier. So if you start with thinking, okay, you have a profile, you know what you're doing, you wrote something in your kind of thing. How do you start then from there on to just try to get focus to get a new client? Are you trying to more like use yourself in direct messaging, or is it better to create content for?
Okay, you can mix both. So you can mix direct messaging and mix being involved at supporting your community of potential clients. Like you can like their content, for example. You can leave comments under their article or post, or you can create group of these people from the industry you are interested with. For example, you have this option on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you. So, for example, I'm thinking about your business. En quoi cela consiste? Okay. So, give me a sec. Okay. C'est pourquoi je peux pas le... Okay, got it. Okay, so sorry it's in French, but you will recognize the icon. You go on group, for example, and you can create a group of people of e-commerce specialists, okay? Shopify specialist, for example. And what you want is to get more clients having e-commerce shop, online shop, okay? So you can create a group specifically for the target you have, okay? And you can invite these people to join the group to share relevant content regarding their industry. In this group, for example, you can share article or tips regarding how to improve your Facebook ad campaign, for example. People see you as a leader because you took the lead by creating this group, okay? You offer them an experience, and then you invite them to have content for free and to get noticed by joining this group. So it is one way to take care of your potential client. So you can do that, and in the same time sending personalized direct message to invite people to talk about what you can bring on the table yes. So the answer is good for you, or do you need more?
No, it's good, but I see like all this. It's very time consuming, so I'm trying to see where the difference between Facebook and LinkedIn. And yeah, I get it. Facebook is more like not so business related connections, I would say.
Yeah.
Mostly on Facebook. If you do it also on the Facebook always, but I think LinkedIn is just less people and more specified business.
Yeah,
So
but what I recommend is to take the time to look at who is your ideal target. Take the time to read about the different people you want to contact, and then see what kind of synergy can be operated. And if you have things in common, for example, 2 weeks ago I started to contact developers, okay, and because I want them to recommend my service as a marketer. So for some of them, one of them, I saw he was living in Vancouver, and I used to live in Vancouver. And this guy is French, and this guy knows a bit of my friend I used to have in Vancouver. He got some problem with immigration, etc., etc. So we had a lot of things to say, and it was one way to connect, So I told him, I see you live in Bowen Island. It's close to Vancouver, and I used to live in Vancouver. Blah blah. Ça me ferait plaisir de it would be nice to chat, and I got the meeting in 2 days, so which is good. One person I see is developing an app for Shopify. And I saw the guy was specifically working at one problem, and I told him I used to work with a startup who had a similar solution. So I show him I had this experience regarding the product is wanting to sell. So I got the appointment in less 2 days as well. So identify the right way to connect. You don't need to personalize everything, but you can do massive action with Phantom Buster only by selecting your target with the tagline of this person. Okay. Then send a general message with the first name of the person. Okay. Once the person has accepted your invitation, you can take some time to take a look on his profile and see what are the common topics you have or what could be his interest. Read at what is the last post he shared. If this company has any news regarding a new product or a job opportunity, for example, because a company looking for talent have probably money to invest in marketing. So it is one way to connect. And for example, if you see one company is recruiting a specific skill, you can contact the person in charge and say, I noticed you are recruiting that kind of profile. In my network, I know a few people. Let's talk about your need. And I'd like to know as well about what you are doing in terms of Facebook campaigns, etc. So yes, it's a bit it takes a bit of thinking, But it's a bit of strategy. So I can do specifically a workshop on that, strategy to connect with people on LinkedIn. But yes, all I know is you can play volume and qualitative interaction at the same time. Other question?
From my side, Jenny.
Jenny?
Yeah. I'm a little bit confused. I mean, I can think of firstly providing different services, and I can also think of different industries I want to target.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really wondering, how should I have different profiles on LinkedIn to be more
because
specific? Or
I do believe after all this year in business, people buy experience. People buy you. They don't buy products. To me, huh?
But yeah, I think my problem in general is I'm too general. For me, it's very difficult to break everything down to just one thing.
But you don't need to show, for example, okay, let's see, let's imagine you are a bakery.
Yeah.
Okay, a baker. Okay, if you are on LinkedIn, okay, you will let people know you are a great baker, okay, located in Bosco, and you make good bread. Okay, that's it. But
yeah,
if they want to see exactly what kind of bread, at what price, and if you sell pastries and candies, they have to enter into your store. So your profile on LinkedIn is one way to show up, okay, to let people know you exist, okay, and you are able to make bread from them. But you need them to be curious about what you do, and you won't make any proposal only by connecting just after one message. So you have to focus at how you can help people, and if you help people by giving them candies or bread, okay, but it doesn't matter.
You think it's okay to have, like, I see myself in public relations and sales.
Yeah.
Can I combine them both? Is it okay, or is it too much? Or?
No, it's not too much. You have to try. For example, the last 3 weeks I changed my tagline 4 times.
But
and it doesn't matter.
But is it not too confusing? I mean, when I wrote CVs, after a while I figured out I just cut everything into a third. So I have so many experience. I've had thousands of jobs. I've had introductions to thousands of languages. So basically I say I speak English and my strength is communication.
My question is, who do you want to help? And how you can help?
Okay.
Who do you want to attract? Big corporation, a small company, startup, freelancer, I don't know.
So you build it around those 2 questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yes, you help them. That's it. And in my tagline, maybe we can take a look on mine. Okay. No. Why it's so long? Okay. 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 This is me. So many people on their LinkedIn profile as professional corporate picture. But I'm not a corporation.
Oh yeah.
I'm just me. I'm a digital nomad. I love to explore, and I love wearing sneakers. So people can notice me because I have orange hat. Okay, I am in a beautiful decor. Okay, and what they can see is how I can help them and who I help. Helping web app software developer product owner to make users finding their product. That's it. They don't know if I am a consultant. They don't know if I am a marketing agency. They don't know if I am an expert on e-commerce, or if I know a startup ecosystem. When they read that, they don't know anything.
But that's fine.
It's okay. If they want to know more, because people are lazy, generally, it's not okay. They have to read everything here. So funnel designer, go Flamingo, go. Okay. Radio animator. Okay. Yeah. Coach in digital communication. Co-founder, etc., etc., etc. Do you believe people will read everything?
Oh no.
No. So because I focus on their need and who they are. And when you show to the people how you can help them, they don't care finally if you used to live in Canada or, if you are able to make the job and provide a solution, this is what it counts.
Yeah. I think that would take me a bit time to figure that out.
But don't spend too much time at making things perfect, because you have to be, people have to find you. So put some keywords, even if it's not perfect, and see how people connect with you from that. And then improve your the way you present yourself and the message you want to communicate, but start with something.
But it's okay to change. I mean,
yes, every time.
Maybe sometimes I want to change my audience.
The last 7 years, the last 7 years, I got like 10 different experience as entrepreneur. And I changed. It's okay. We are always evolving as humans, so it's okay to change. And if it's like I see some people not changing their profile picture for like 10 years. Come on. It's not. Yeah, okay. You might be surprised when you meet people in person. So yeah, be yourself. Just let people know about what value you create for who. That's it. And then if you sell product or consulting or, I don't know, bread. And if people is okay, you sell them bread, they buy. But at first they knew how you were able to provide them a solution for their problem. Good.
Yeah, very good.
Nice, Philippe. Some question?
No question. No.
Okay. So thank you. I think we're gonna conclude now. So if you have more questions, you can contact me on Messenger, Jenny, same. And let me know when you have your profile on LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to like and comment and share tips.
Yeah.
See you. Thank you.
So much. It's good insight. Just you have to decide to be on LinkedIn or on the rest of the time.
Okay. But let me know, and if you want a workshop for your team or your partners or client, we can focus at making a written strategy with templates of message and option people have to create value to connect with people.
Yeah. automate and be smart.
Yeah.
Then also there.
Okay. And I'm gonna send you the link to Phantom Buster and a list of a few tools I use to create content, if you like. Thank you, Philippe.
Sarah,
Bye. Thanks. Bye.
bye.
Bye. Have a nice day. Bye.